Now, Trump has uh, kidnapped, according to his plan, he kidnapped Venezuelan premier. And what is next? Is it going to be Greenland or is it going to be Iran? Which one will be next? Iran is in the Persian Gulf, and as you see, it is not far from Israel compared to it is far from USA. And why Greenland? Greenland is a country which is having ice most of the time throughout the year, and it is funded by Denmark about 600 million US dollars every year. And they do not have roads, they do not have big infrastructure, and they do not have uh, a big military that can defend themselves. They have to depend on some other country for their protection, and they are very close to Arctic. That is a route where China, Russia, and the USA have interests because it is close to both all the three. That is a supply line. And the first uh, 50 years of, or let's say, first 35, 40 years of the war, it was, let's say 50 years, let's say 50 years, it was the North Atlantic region which had importance. And the importance has now been shifted to Pacific region. And what is going to be the future? That's what they are looking at, the Arctic. That is the reason why America wants Greenland. The reason why they want Greenland is one, resources. It's not easy because even Venezuela has been out We- because they don't have this soft crude oil. They have the very hard crude oil. It takes a lot of money for refining. They don't have the infrastructure that is needed. The US, and even they don't have the government itself is not very friendly. Even if you install a puppet government, even if America spends a lot of money, at least they spend about 50 to 60 billion American dollars only for the reforms. Then another 200 million to 300 million at least for the refining of the oil that is produced in Venezuela. It is not an easy thing. No company wants to have that. Whatever company that is existing there, they don't want to invest the money and extract oil. It is only Indian, Chinese, and the Russians who can really extract this oil and purify it and can be used. This is the biggest problem that we face now. So let us also see what is the resource. What are the resources that you have in Greenland? Greenland also has similar resources. Of course, Denmark is the one which is paying the money, except for the foreign affairs. The rest is controlled by Greenland. They have a prime minister, they have a flag, they have a national anthem, they have everything. And the military is also very less. Military is Danish military plus NATO plus American bases are there. So this is enough for the protection. Already, Americans are inside Greenland. Oh, but what Trump wants is he wants to take over the entire Greenland. He wants to buy. It is possible because what Denmark pays is 600 million every year, by which free schools are there for the kids, for the Greenlanders, and uh, Their medical bills are being paid by that 600 million American dollars worth currency of the Danish currency, Danish kroner. So, if America pays, let's say, if America gives one person one house plus another 200, 300,000 American dollars per head, it's possible. America can do that. Then Greenland will go and sit in the lap of USA. They will develop the infrastructure, what they need. They will cut off the relationship with Denmark, even though now they are saying that because they can't, this is a poor country, they can't afford their own things. It's cold, so they are depending on imports for food, except the seafood that they get. So everything has to be organized properly by themselves. Then only it is possible. Otherwise, it is not possible. So they have to sit in the lap of USA or in the Denmark. European Union, they are saying that no, it is not possible, that America cannot have it. But Trump is clear. What he wants it, he's going to grab it. I don't think Greenland will be with Denmark for long. Iran Iran regime change is going to happen because till then neither the US nor Israel will be letting Iranians live in peace. This is what I believe is going to is likely to happen. Looking at the geopolitical situation, Indians, we are a little bit not very. We have to look at our neighborhood. We are not doing that. Look at Bangladesh. What happened? Look at Sri Lanka. Look at Nepal. Look at Pakistan. What's happening? All the places regime change is going on. Fortunately or unfortunately, the communist government has come in Sri Lanka. Maldives have been shut down. Fortunately, they were anti-India now because India has reacted, and uh, who is in Maizu has been made to realize that he needs India, and he has now become in a way pro-India. Now Indians stopped going to Maldives, so they are still having that issue. Many people have not returned to Maldives for their holiday. They're going to Bangkok or whatever places. When you look at Nepal, what is happening in Nepal? Now look at Iran, that's in the Persian Gulf. They tried in India also to remove government, and they will again try through people with some kind of thing. But Indians should be alert and will not fall in the trap of the Westerners. The Westerners are using the media. They will definitely use the media, like the Wire or their own newspapers, like the New York Times or the Washington Post or some other nasty paper. To, of course, these papers nobody is going to read in India. That is for sure. Only except stupid people who think that they are superior, so they need to read that news. But that is not going to change uh, the views, the ideology of Indians. What is going to happen is the ideology of Indians remains strong. Nobody can let the government fall. At the moment you are buying the ideas and you become woke, and then you become a left liberal like this Janaki Nair, and you support this terrorist like Sharjil Imam and the other guy, Umar Khalid, then it is going to be a problem for us. So to avoid this problem, we have to be careful. The time of India is not very good at the moment. Astrologically, we face some problem because our Jupiter is and Rahu both are not in a good position at the moment. Jupiter is in the 12th house. astrologically, and Rahu is in the eighth. That is not a good position for Rahu. So, based on this, I can say that this is the time that we have to be very alert. Once we realize that we have succeeded in getting this phase out, then US will not harm us further. We have to be careful this 2026, 27. Thank you very much for listening.